She is one of our students who has taken full advantage of what Brenau offers. Despite the obstacles and detours that were thrown at her, she was still able to thrive and grow into the Brenau woman that she is today. Gloria Clark has prepared a speech to leave with her fellow graduates. This story will help you to remember where you came from, but even more importantly, it will remind you that everyone's story is different and that each one of you has an important and essential purpose to fulfill within our world. Please welcome to the podium our student commencement speaker from the Women's College, Miss Gloria Clark.
Wow, there's a lot of people out there. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and staff. And hello, class of 2019. You guys look good. Do you feel good? You should. My name is Gloria Clark, and I'm here to remind you about your story. We all have a story to tell. Some stories we wish not to tell, but those are the best ones to tell. I have a story that I don't like to tell, but it is a story that has made me into who I am. It is a story about a girl eager to learn and change the world, a girl who has this unexplainable connection with words, a girl who was born with this drive that can start up a car alone or light up a whole city if she wanted to, a girl who thought that she was always right even when her mom told her she was wrong, a girl who stands firm with her beliefs and will stand up for an ant if it was being treated wrongly. A girl who grew up in Decatur, Georgia, with 2 loving parents, an annoying but unforgettable younger brother, and a hilarious grandfather. That girl was me. But they tell you to never judge a book by its cover, right? Because the cover looks good, huh? All of our covers look good. We've gotten Athlete of the Week, perfect GPAs, we have a lot of friends, sorority sisters, great family members. But what happens if instead of us showing off the good, we show off where we came from, the growth? What if we skip over the part that people like to skip over in fairy tales? What if we tell the plot twist, the page turner, the part that keeps you reading more? I'll go first. This was where my story was made. In a small room with an overly excited lady who told me the 3 words that changed my life. You are dyslexic. At the time, I didn't even know what that word was. All I know is that it made me different. This word was now a label stuck on me, and the people around me set limitations on me because of this word. They told me what I thought was the truth. They told me I couldn't learn a second language. They told me I wouldn't graduate high school. They told me my dreams of becoming a lawyer was impossible, that being a zookeeper or a bus driver would be a better fit for me. I'm not making this up. They told me I wouldn't make it to college, that no one would accept me with my reading level or my test scores. They told me all these things that I couldn't do, but they never told me about the things that I could do. They never told me about the millions of actors, inventors, world changers who had dyslexia. Steve Jobs, dyslexic. Muhammad Ali, dyslexic. Tom Cruise, dyslexic. Whoopi Goldberg, dyslexic. They lied to me. All the people before me with this disability was destined to be great. What was stopping me? The people who set limitations on me? I chose not to believe them. Because at Brenau University, I took Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 and passed with an A. I graduated high school. I had an internship where I interned next to the 2 best lawyers I know.
That's right.
I made it to college. I'm graduating from college with a phenomenal GPA, sisters that will hold my hands through the rough time,
that's right,
and experiences that I'll be able to tell my children someday. I'm not only graduating from college, I'm speaking at graduation from a speech that I wrote, and I think every word on this paper is spelled correctly, and if it's not, you guys can't tell. They told me no, but God continued to tell me yes. But I worked for it. Oh, I had to work for it. It's funny, because God does this thing where he lets you think that you're in control, but you're actually not. My point is, this is my story. And God put me through all that so that I can stand here today and tell you, no matter what society, naysayers, and haters think they know, they don't know anything. Because your sentence is never finished with your period. Your sentence is never finished with their period. Your sentence is only finished with his period. This moment right here is not even the end. It's not even close to being the end of the chapter, the end of the book. We are simply turning the page as our Brenau experience is concluded. When graduation is over and the cake is cut, family members have flown back to their destinations, and your parents have finally stopped saying congratulations, I want you to think of your untold story. I want you to think of a time that God continued to tell you yes, and I want you to tell it to someone. I want you to remember all the sleepless nights. I want you to remember all the sisters sitting next to you. I want you to remember all the bad decisions and all the failures, because, don't get me wrong, I've overcome, but man, have I been knocked down. And nothing is worse than getting knocked down when you don't see it coming. And no, I'm not talking about that paper you knew was due 3 months in advance. I'm talking about life. I was not planning on becoming dyslexic. I was not planning on struggling with reading and writing. No one plans rejection letters, accidents, job denials, empty bank accounts. Okay, you kind of planned that one. But man, moments like that knock you down hard. And it's okay. It's okay to scream and cry and get frustrated because it hurts. I mean, you work so hard and then life happens. But that's also when you happen. That's when you are made. Because many choose to lay there. They choose to get comfortable. But I know my Brenau sisters will not get comfortable with the word no. You will not get comfortable with giving up. You will not get comfortable with the limitations that are set for you. Because we were made different, weren't we, ladies?
Yes.
Weren't we, ladies?
Yes.
We were made with fire and we were turned into gold. We were put under pressure and now we're shining like diamonds. Layers and layers of despair was placed upon us and now we are pearls. We get up. And not to prove to them that we are strong, but so that we can stand up and tell our story. Because trust me, people need to hear it. Don't hold the untold. Maya Angelou said, there's no greater agony than bearing an untold story. So don't bear it, speak it. Go into the real world and speak it, loud and clear, so the world and everyone who told you no can hear. My dad told me every successful person has a story to tell. This is your story. Pick up your pen and continue writing. This is only chapter 19. Congratulations, class 2019. We did it. Way to start off your chapter right. Thank you.
Absolutely terrific. Thanks. You know, I would suspect that our speaker today holds those same thoughts and has told that same story in other words, and we'll see. So I do also suspect that many of you today will be hearing our speaker's name for the first time out front. But I equally suspect that many of you today have enjoyed her work over the years as she's written and produced